Are we being honest enough to ourselves and to God when it comes to our vulnerabilities? Drop your thoughts and testimony on the comment section below. We and many people would like to hear from your experience, because many people need to hear that they are not alone in this struggle. Now back to the questions. I believe this is one of the biggest struggles of the modern Christians, because we are, after all, living in the postmodern world. Very often we would like to portray a strong image of ourselves in front of those who look up to us, especially as leaders and as parents. We are worried that our vulnerabilities will be seen by other people as weaknesses. But when we look at what the scripture says, we will find out that vulnerability does not equal weakness. In fact, it shows how truthful we are concerning our own condition. To be honest with you, I struggle very much on these same issues, and today I would like to tell you that there's a way out from this unhealthy mindset by looking at the last chapter of the book of Nehemiah. If you have been reading through the book of Nehemiah with us, you will remember how Nehemiah experienced so much difficulty and when he was called to rebuild Jerusalem. And he has the same struggle that we are talking about all throughout the book. Nehemiah showed us the ultimate example of going back to God with all our vulnerabilities. Nehemiah was kind of a person who truly wanted to make things right before God, and he tried really hard and working really hard. He had to be out of his element in leading the people, to be bold in teaching and rebuking them, but he was met with disappointment from himself and from others. But Nehemiah repeatedly asked God to remember for what he had done. As it is written in the last verse of Nehemiah, it says that, "Remember me with favor, oh my God." The prayer of Nehemiah is similar to David's prayer in Psalms 139, which says that, let me read to you. "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me, and search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts." David was crying out to God and to search him and to know his heart. David longs to know himself the way God knows him. In our language today, it may sound like this: "Lord, I do not know myself very well. I deceive myself easily. I think I'm doing fine, but you may see many things wrong that what I am doing. Search me and know me, Lord, and search out of all that is wicked and sinful within me. Lead me, O God, to the point where I can see that too. Create in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me." Please understand that the prayer is not just asking God to make things right, but it is also a sincere plea to God to reveal our weaknesses. By His grace and mercy, God has given us the privilege to approach Him and to be open and transparent before Him. Just as Peter did when Jesus approached him after his resurrection. Peter was filled with so much shame after what he had done to Jesus. But when he faced Jesus with all his weaknesses and shame, Jesus accepted it and restored Peter. If only Judas did the same, it will be a very different outcome. In bringing this series on the book of Nehemiah to a close, let me leave you with two questions. Why are we prone to self-deceptions, resulting in us being dishonest with God in our daily talk, prayer, and worship? Second, do we often forget that our true source of righteousness is actually from God? Once again, drop your thoughts and testimony on the comment section below, and thanks for joining us on this series on Nehemiah. We'll see you in the next episode.